And good day to you. It is Monday, January 29th, 2024, 3:19 p.m. here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. That's Central Standard Time for you guys playing at home. Hey, wait a minute. What? Yeah, we set a new all-time high today. We are up almost $28,000 by the end of the trading day. We had a nice little ride on SoFi, our Palantir, Tesla. All kinds of action was up today. So let's take a look. I only made a couple of moves today. What did I do? I sold calls on SoFi, 100 contracts at $11, expiring next Friday, collected $1,097. I think $11 pretty conservative. Tesla closed at what, 911? And I sold that call. They were rocking. They were at like 930, 935. When I sold that call. Tesla went pretty conservative, what I think to be conservative as well on Tesla. 210 strike, 6 contracts next Friday, $540. Then I went ahead and took off the risk on PayPal. I'm sure these 55s would have been just fine and perfectly safe, as PayPal is currently trading at 63.76, but it was $55,000 in collateral, and it only cost me $10 to take the trade off. So even if you did crazy math like this, let's see here, 55,000, and I'm collecting 5% on my settlement cash in Robinhood. If we divided that by 365 days and then multiplied it by 5, just sitting on the cash, I would make $37.67, and I only paid $10 to get out. So I like that trade. And then SoFi, same theory here. The math doesn't work out as well, but it does just for the risk off. So these bought to close the 20 contracts, $7 puts on SoFi, and it cost me $20 to do so. So on the day, we had 1607 in net premium. So only a couple of trades made, because we do have a number of positions going on. In fact, let's take a look at those here. And as you know, we've been fairly aggressive with more of a buy right strategy at the beginning of this year. And that's why we were taking it a couple punches to the cookie bag early on, and our account was down a substantial amount. And now, just like that, we set an all-time high. Shouldn't that scare you? It does a little bit. So Alcoa 2750 calls are underwater, which is just fine because the strategy was to buy them, sell them at a higher strike price, and collect premium along the way. Currently, Alcoa trading at $30.91. So if we're able to roll those at the end of the week for 25% plus, we will probably do so. Otherwise, we'll let them be called away. Celsius, $57 calls. What did Celsius do today? Is it still in the 52s? It is 52.19 on the Celsius calls. So those are just doing real fine. We're at 80, almost 88% profit on those. CleanSpark, we bought those at what, $6.95? Oh, it's hard for me to tell, isn't it? Because our total on our shares, that position is 545. I bought, there they are. I did buy 2,000 shares for $6.95, and then immediately sold those 20 contracts, collected $1,200 with the $7 calls. So only 2 or 5 pennies per share of appreciation, but $1,200 on my money on what I felt was a safe trade, because at the time, Bitcoin and all the miners had their run, and then they were starting to go way down in their whiskey, and it seemed like it was bottoming, and it appears that that's exactly what has happened. Because what did CleanSpark? They closed today at 861. So if I can get some action on those calls by the end of the week, then I will do so. We'll see. Otherwise, they can take them back, and I'll wait for the next trade. Or as we call it, the swaption, the swing trade options, right? Devon Energy doing just fine. Why is it only at 42%? They're at 42.77, $45 calls. That seems pretty safe. I might be missing something. Might be earnings. Did it already creep up on us? It might be, because I know ExxonMobil's Friday. 227. No, it's the end of the month. So not sure why it is saying that we're only at 42% profit. And Devon was only up 15 cents today. So we'll keep an eye on that. EOG, 118 calls. EOG currently trading at 114.96. But because of their volatility, it's showing us that we're down $510, but we really aren't. GDX gold miners, that's a $29 call. GDX at 28.36, so it might definitely put some pressure on me by the end of the week. If so, we'll roll that thing and collect some more dollar bills. Same with the gold miner juniors, 34.50. That one's at 34.59, so I'm down in my whiskey on that, but that's all right. Rivian had a little tear today, trying to make up some of the ground it lost on me. $19 calls are at 67% profit. Unity, 33.50. If you remember, we sold those on Friday, and I asked you, and I said out loud, should I wait for it to go up and then sell calls? And of course I didn't. And Unity is at 34.60 today, but it's very volatile, so it could be back under that 33.50 by the end of the week. 101s on ExxonMobil, those are down about $2 because ExxonMobil is at 103. But again, our position is $98 and change, and we've collected a bunch of money on dividends. However, we do not want to miss out on that next ex-dividend date, which should be coming up in probably 2 weeks, I would say. So we'll be watching that one closely. And if we have to roll out, it'll depend on my mood, as you know. But if we have to roll out even a month in order to roll up and protect or get some more upside and get some dividend, if the math works out, then we'll do it. So that's what is happening so far this week. I did have my eye on Intel today, Intel and Google, and they both took off at the same time, literally as I was watching them. I had my finger on the button to buy. I was going to buy 500 shares of Google, and it was like 153.95, we'll say 153.95. Then it just started shooting up, and it closed at 154.84. And then the same happened to me on Intel. I was looking at it at 43, like 52. No, it was under 50, because I was going to sell aggressively. I was going to sell calls aggressively. So it was like 43.47, and I was going to sell 43.50 calls and make a bunch of dollar bills for cash flow, and then just let them be called away. But I'm going to keep my eye on them anyway, because Biden is going to be announcing major subsidies for chip makers, and Intel is going to be in line with their handout, and it's going to be a big check, which I don't blame the government on this one. I don't know. I don't need to give any money to Ukraine, but I'd love to give money to United States chip makers. If we're going to give money away, we may as well give it away to fortify our future position with technology in the world within the greatest country on earth. So just a short one today, because I got to take old kid 3 over to guitar lesson. Big news on him Saturday morning. I took him over for his driver's license test, and he passed with flying colors. However, he is not eligible to get his license until February 28th, but he can, because he took driver's training, was able to take both the written and the driving test early. And so he did so. So I was excited about that. I think I was more nervous than he was, and had a lovely dinner out at Tomato Bar in Valparaiso with our friends Brian and Kristen on Friday. And then Saturday, we went back to back, and then we went out with our friends Matt and Michelle over to Octave Grill in Chesterton. Can I pull up any pictures of the burger I ate? Hello. It was unbelievable. It was called Hot Pants? There's a picture of the burgers. These fries were like unbelievable. They used like bacon fat and garlic. Oh, don't even talk about it, because I'm getting hungry thinking about it. Can I get a picture of the burger? No, it looks like just names. All right, what burger did I have? I had the Hot Pants right there. Pepper jack cheese, house-made jardiniere, bacon, beer-battered onion rings piled on top, if you will. Sriracha, mayo, greens, tomatoes, etc. Where did my camera go? Did we lose it over here? Did we leave it here? It's still there, huh? It's that internet. So I had a great weekend. Unfortunately, both championship football games turned out the opposite of what I was looking for. I wanted to see the Lions and the Ravens in the Super Bowl, and we got the opposite, didn't we? I'm sure ratings is in the television stations and the NFL are thankful because the ratings are going to be much better with the Chiefs and the 49ers because you get Taylor Swift. Oh boy. Anywho, I kind of like the story. I think, I don't know one single song. I couldn't sing you one word of a Taylor Swift song, but you got to respect the career that she has had. She's essentially the GOAT on the female side of that genre, whatever that genre is. But it would be hard to date if you were someone like that. So Travis Kelce seems like a pretty cool dude. And so that makes it easier on her. Why are you talking? I thought you were getting off the video. I am. I got to go. All-time high today. Write it on your notepad there because the last one was all the way back on January 2nd. So it took us a long way to climb back, but then we shot through all-time high. Let's keep it rolling. Hope you're doing the same. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Like, comment, subscribe, and you know what I'll do. I'll see you in the next video.